Boy, that must have been a really good video if he didn't want even like anything about it.
All right, I think we're live here. So,
all right.
it's been a while since I did this. Got to get everything pulled up here, but yeah, the new event does not. It's not seem very good.
No.
So, but switch over to NA-3 here.
Because I was looking at that from what Hansi had posted, like I guess like the big dragon box or whatever. It's got the premium orange artifact.
Yeah, I think that's well. So it calls it the premium artifact thing, but if you look at like the actual chest that's named that, it's just the standard, like Hawkeye and Titans.
Titan's Thunder. Yeah. And it's like you can get 2 of those pieces for what, $30? The premium orange artifact top up.
Yeah, and then there's some language in there about how the value of the diamonds changes based on the discount.
Right.
And so there's some speculation that basically, if you get a 50% discount, then you're getting much less actual value.
Right. So. The way it looked is like if you got the discount down to say the box is $50, then you get $50 worth of diamonds plus the artifact box. So it's like the diamond side of it's not, you're not getting any value there because you can just get that with a top up anyway. And if that's not a dragon artifact or Sword of Frost in there, then even at $50, that's not a good deal.
Yeah, and then the way it talks about having the diamonds decrease even at like the $50 mark, is it going to give you the $100 diamond package, or is the diamonds going to decrease down to the $50 diamond package?
It looked like it's decreasing down to the 50.
Yeah, which is just like why then? Like
exactly.
So
I mean, if it's a dragon piece in there that you can get down to $50, then that's a really good deal. But if it's max discount $50 for a Titan piece, then it's like, why did you even bother with this one?
Yeah, so my hope is that the naming that they chose for the component box is not the actual naming of the component box. The actual naming of the component box is not going to give you a dragon or a frost piece. So hopefully we'll get some more information once the community
somebody buys one.
Well, yeah, either somebody buys one or we get some information from the community managers for the company, the developers for the company. So me or one of the other mods, we're going to reach out to them when they come online, which will be, late tonight, early tomorrow morning, try to get some more information.
That'd be good.
So, but yeah, so far in the main Discord chat, not a lot of likes on this new event, and I kind of agree with them. Like, it just seems to be not the best.
Yeah. And like I said, I was really looking forward to getting some SSR boxes so I could 6-star my giant, and they don't have any. I was just like, why? I'm like 37 away. It's like when you're so close but so far away, it sucks.
Yeah. We'll pop over to here to NA-27, pull up a match here. We'll watch Psyche play against Madness. Yeah, I was actually kind of afraid against my matchup against Mordanti. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong.
Mordanti.
He's got a really strong Kilgore team and a strong Dragon Mutair team. So depending on how it fell, could have been rough for me. But our Kilgores ended up drawing. My Astral went against his Dragon Mutair, so that ended up working out all right. And my Yellow edged out the Adelaide. It looks like he ran, so.
Oh, nice. So, who was seated first in? Were you seated first? No, he was.
He was. So Sunday night I was doing my run late at night before I went to bed, and I was up late. And I did my first 2, bumped up to 9, went to do my third one, and then apparently in the middle of my third one is when the thing ended. So it didn't count the results from my third match, and so I got stuck at 9. So I still had basically 4 matches that didn't count to bump me back up. So.
Oh man.
But
that actually happened to me. Not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, because I was trying to wait till, just before, and I got distracted, so I didn't even try till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I missed out the entire day's worth of dual champion tries.
Yeah, I mean yeah, so I've lucked out twice now where I've missed an entire day and still managed to make it in. But this time it kind of worked out, falling in, 9th place. So
yeah, well, 8th and 9th, you would be in the same bracket anyway. So
yeah, I probably would have ended up probably around 4th or 5th when I was looking at it, but which obviously would have been much harder brackets.
Are they? That thought it'd be
4th would have been possibly. Well, it would have shifted everything around a little bit, but I suppose.
Wait, did you say 5th?
4th or 5th. So if I would have hit 4th, then I would have landed with Benny Mac. That would have been rough.
Yeah. I know I had to start doing my dual champions later at night because I was doing them early in the morning. I kept running into Hollow Blade twice every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'd get so ticked when he popped up again. I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me. Like 3 days in a row, I had to fight him twice.
Yeah, that's a tough draw.
Here I am, second highest in the power on the server, and I end up taking like 5th because I have to fight him so many times. But got it figured out. I got rank 2 for this one, so.
How's your NA-12 going?
Did I rank on that one? 8, yeah. So I took 8th, and I think I'm 5-0 right now.
Nice. Yeah, that first matchup should be your hardest on that one, so you should be good.
It's 3.6 million. Other guys at 3.2, 3.2.
Yeah, like I mentioned in the chat,
4.3. So yeah,
I tried creating a NA-12 account after work today, but I think I have to get to like level 34 probably to unlock to actually be able to view the BoG.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it was just not giving me the option to. I got up to about 15 on it, so I'll probably just like spam XP at just a random stage because I really don't, not gonna play that character. Just get the Pantheon unlocked.
Oh yeah.
So won't take much time out of my day, so that'll be good.
That's a pretty good one because our top guys are. I don't know. It seems like we've got at least. I mean, the matchups are pretty well even there at the top. But there's not one like a Hollow Blade that's pretty much guaranteed to win in that one. So
yeah, it'll be it'll be nicer seeing like some of those matchups when you're like especially in the quarterfinal, semifinal, and final matchups. I think are really good. Similar to the NA-28 and NA-27 are nice.
Yeah. So of course, being the number 8 seed, that means I go against Dutch, who's the number 1 seed, and yeah, I've got no chance of getting past the top 8 with that one.
Yeah.
He's got me by 1 million power.
We'll watch one of Great Sage X's matchups on NA-28 here. Get that pulled up once that goes.
So you got an account there too?
Yeah, so he has a VIP 4 account on there as well. He's doing really good too. on that account.
Oh, nice. And then, so you're looking forward to either the Green Dragon Altar or the Psychic Elemental?
So I will probably do some pulls on the Psychic Elemental just to get him up to 5-star so I can get the Runestone. So I am
kind of
5 away. I'm 5 shards away from 4-starring him, and then I'll just have to 5-star him, I guess.
that's kind of where I'm at because I think I'm like 65 shards from 5-star. But then I also need a 3-star him for Awakening. So I'll just kind of get to that point and see where I'm at, whether it's going to be possible to try and 6-star him or not.
Yeah, I'm not as interested in getting his Awakening up. I still don't know how good he's going to be useful at that point. Having him awaken
And
up.
he sounded good.
Yeah.
I think he'll be good in like a Dragon Muterra team until the Red Dragon comes out, just because he's got some burning effects and stuff in there. And Dungeon doesn't have any good attackers right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be useful. I mean, I could even see running a second attacker or another attacker in, Astral or possibly Kilgore, but I mean, Awakened SSRs are generally pretty good, right?
Right.
You would think.
It's like they better be with how expensive they are to awaken those suckers. Yeah. And that's I may stick him in my Kilgore teams. That's where I've got my fire. I put my fire elemental in my Kilgore team because that's another one. Stronghold doesn't have any good attackers in there either, so.
Yeah, strong. I mean, Goblin's really strong, just 9-man unit syndrome.
Right.
So it just, suffers on that end. Naga has worked really well, but now that Naga is being put into the Astral team, I mean, I guess you're running Kilgore without, just as your main, then running Naga or Psychic Elemental can awaken SSRs, but then when you get into Battle of the Gods.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've got Astral on both of mine, so, and Kilgore on both. And then for my third one on my alternate account, I got a Zeron because I had a 5-star Devil, so he made the most sense to get for the third one.
Yeah, and I think eventually he'll become a lot better rather than just being kind of niche right now. Still sitting on my main account, still sitting on a ton of shards.
Oh, universals.
Yeah, where am I at here? 360.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I don't.
Oh wow.
I mean, do I dump them into Sandro? Like, that's the problem I always get into. Is like, I want to use these, but then I'm like, then something will come out, and then I'll just be like, then I'll be disappointed. I think Sandro's gonna eventually fall off. I kind of want to wait for Gem. Put him in the Gem.
Oh yeah.
It's because I kind of like that play style. I don't know how good it'll be. Cilia seems interesting. I just don't think she's going to be very good.
Yeah.
And any accounts out of, China, so she's not very good either.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe just buying her to have her, to kind of upgrade the hero stats.
Yeah.
And then maybe just, when it's not Battle of the Gods week, just try out Duel of Champions, just goof around with her. See how she does there, but.
I mean, I should maybe use them on get some of the passive specialties up.
Yeah, that's true.
But
first, I think I'm going to be pouring my next Universal batch into Dracon to get him to 3-star for his.
Yeah, Dracon's got a good one. Kendall, I can farm his, so I wouldn't worry. I'm not gonna worry too much about his. But
Yeah. Where am I at on? Yeah. Got 23 out of 100. So he's getting there. And I
But
did
yeah.
use, I think it was like 92 universal shards on Bidomina to get her to 3-star.
Yeah, Kendall's would be really good. Dracon's again, really good. Caster units. I mean, especially with Astral probably running what 4 caster units.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
When it's all said and done, I mean, you got what Giant, Genie, Airship, possibly Archmage, or I mean.
Yeah, I like throwing Archmage in there just for fun, and I'll actually throw my, like when I'm just trying to beat people fast, I'll throw in my Devil in there too.
Yeah.
Which he actually ends up being pretty good on an Astral team with the Genie there to heal him up.
Yeah.
Like, with the Giant hitting their back line plus him hitting their back line, and the Genie keeping him alive, you can tear through their back line pretty fast. So.
Do you disable your skeletons?
No.
Because a lot of times what will happen is the skeleton spawn in a line and there's an archer unit there, so the archer targets the skeletons and kills them off really quick, and then they'll target the next closest unit, which was generally the Devil because he's in the back lines.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that skeleton there, he's going to target an actual tank unit, and that means that archer or range unit is not going to target the Devil until that actual tank is dead.
Yeah. Well, and that's where the Genie comes in too. The Genie helps keep him alive back there too.
Yeah.
But yeah. And usually that's just kind of those battles where I outpower him anyway, so I'm just trying to do as much damage as fast as I can to get through it. I'm usually not too worried about him anyway, but
I suppose that's true. Yeah, I think that's what some of the people that's using Xeron may run into. It might help them out is to disable their skeletons and see how they perform.
Yeah.
So.
Same with that. Which chapter was it? I was having a hard time getting the S ranking. The chapter. What?
I don't know.
3?
No idea.
Yeah, it's chapter 3, the Marletto Tower. Trying to get the S ranking. Like, I couldn't get it no matter what I was trying. I was blowing through it like super fast. Nothing was dying. I couldn't figure out what the deal was. And it ended up being my skeletons.
Reducing your hit points down.
Yeah. Yeah, because you couldn't take like that much hit point damage, and since they disappeared, like they didn't actually die, they just disappeared.
Yeah, so they didn't count against your death streak, but they still counted against HP.
Right. Yeah, so and as soon as I turned those off, I beat it on my first try.
Nice.
So that's another one for people to think of when you're doing those Marletto towers, turn your skeletons off.
So I was, so I think so you were talking about you were you were in the 8th slot on your NA-12 account. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 in those groupings. Because I am over on the same side of the bracket as you on NA-3. Of course, I gotta go against No Quarter, which is just about as rough for me against Hollow Blade, but
yeah,
your NA-12 account might not be too bad.
Yeah. Well, he's ranked against the #1 guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. But I think the way they do it is like 1 and 8, and it would be 2 and 7, and then just kind of 3, 6, 4, 5.
Well, see, I was in the group 8, and it put me against No Quarter rather than Hollow Blade.
Oh, on
NA-3, anyways.
Huh. Yeah, I guess they got. Well, let me see which group it actually stuck me in.
take a look at NA-27 here.
Oh, it stuck me in Group 2 for taking 8. So even though you're Group 8, I don't think you were ranked 8.
Well, I was ranked 9th, and I think Mordenante was ranked was at seeded 8th, and it placed us in Group 8. Group 8.
Huh. Maybe they got some kind of weird.
Yeah, they may have some kind of different thing going on.
Yeah. Probably makes sense to them, but
yeah, so too many things are hidden. It's just interesting.
Yeah. And it's like on that Duel of Champions, why they have you fight the same person twice. It's like,
yeah,
you know, even if you're doing normal rankings, if you have to fight them at least once every day, then you're going to be lower than them in the rankings. Like you should be, but there's no reason to fight them twice because then you're going lower than people that are lower than you, you know?
Yeah, I think there should be some kind of logic put in where you can only fight somebody once a day, like in those 6 attempts.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that one, but I wish they'd put in a quick combat for guild map too, instead of, you know, having to fight those monsters that you're going to beat in 10 seconds, but you still have to go through all the screens for.
Yeah, at least you can speed it up.
You know, in the original game, you know, if you really overpowered the enemy monsters, you'd come up to them and they would just flee, and you could hit on a button, you know, to let them flee, and you get some of the resources.
Yeah.
You didn't actually have to go and fight them.
Or they tried joining you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was always nice.
Instead of just give me some shards.
Just leave the shards. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Do it no quarters got going on this time.
Yeah, no quarters gonna stop.
Actually, well, I don't know if I should say this, but in the Duel of Champions, I actually lost to his Dragon Muter team with my Astral team. And I don't know if that was because I put, you know, I just got the green dragon on my genie and took out the genie fast, but because I wasn't really paying attention because I just expected to win. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I looked down and like half my team's dead. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the crap's going on?
Yeah, I think yeah, against Dragon Muter, you know, you get that if the Dragon Muter, the green dragon gets lined up just right against your list, it's, I mean, even playing Astral, it's cannot be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's running with Astro, Muter, and Sandro.
I think that's what happened with me versus Mordanti. Probably still pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, I actually didn't get to watch it here, but yeah, his green dragon was in the middle, and all I have in there was the zombie tank.
Oh yeah.
So then my Naga was able to do some work on the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes with Muter. The green dragon's in the lane, you're in trouble, but
yeah,
like that one where he's just got a tank and.
Yeah, she's really strong on when, you know, like when you can dictate the battle.
Yeah, plan for which lane he's in.
Yeah. Like when you place that green dragon where you want to, you'll just melt people.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting when that red dragon comes out. Like, I read some of the skills on Kane's side, or his Discord, I think, or somebody had it translated. That he looks mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like reading some of the stuff he's doing. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'll have to see what whenever he comes out. Oh, and then did you notice? Well, let me double check and see if they still got it. But earlier, the SSR shards, they would say you could synthesize a Hydra. Yep, still is Hydra or Gorgon.
Yeah, that was already brought up to the community manager and team.
Like, gosh, quiet, guys.
I mean, I did my last.
I wonder if somebody could actually. I wonder if somebody could actually pull him though, or if it's just, you know, like they just have the names in there, but you can't pull them yet, or you actually could pull them.
My guess is just a text field that's incorrect. But I used mine last time and got Black Dragon. I was pretty disappointed. I would rather have had Psychic Elemental.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw on the Discord, like, you know, I've never pulled a giant. Like, all my SS Golden Altars, Synthesis, like, the whole time I've never ever pulled a giant. I was getting so ticked because I never pulled one. And then my last two Synthesis has both been giants.
Nice.
And it's like, ah. Like, I'm not going to complain, though. Like, that's pretty much what I wanted, so...
Yeah, like, well, no, that Naga was the first SSR that I've 6-starred. But, you know, even still getting her would be good just because you can potential.
Yeah. And I think I pulled her twice in a row out of the Golden Altar after I 6-starred her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's... Look her up real quick.
I think my last two, I think I pulled a Devil and then the Synth was a Black Dragon. It's not helping me too much.
Yeah, she's a 5-10-10 on her potential.
Nice.
I think I pulled a Black Dragon a lot too, because he's a 15 on defense potential.
I mean, I'm supposed to keep pulling Black Dragon. Eventually, I'll get. I mean, I have Green Dragon. I think it's only like 3 stars, but still way too much investment for me to switch over to a third army's Dragon Mutair.
Yeah. Well, Psychic Elemental, he's my last 4-star SSR, so after tomorrow, I have at least 5. Well, the Giant's 5-star, the Bone Dragon's 5-star, and then like he'll be 5, maybe 6. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder when they're
what the
gonna
spending's.
start introducing like the, you know, other 8th units for armies, and then eventually we still have commanders too.
Right. Yeah, somebody told me the first commander came out after a year in China. Well, maybe the year anniversary we'll see the first one.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we were 6 months in. How many 8 did they have all the 8th units out by then, or?
That I don't know. The other big one was the Fortress coming out after 7 months. So hopefully the July 7th update will be our Fortress update. So that'll be 7 months.
Yeah, I imagine it'll probably be similar to the dungeon release, where it's good, but it's so far behind the curve right now. I don't know how useful a lot of that will be, or how much it's going to be behind a paywall.
Yeah, and that was the other thing I was looking at on the let's see, the shards thing. I think it was the R unit is the null, so he's in the synthesis. But then go to my other account here. The SR synthesis, it's only showing the lizardmen, so the dragonfly is not in there. So if they
Dragonfly is supposed to be an SSR, isn't it? I thought the Dragonfly was supposed to be an SSR.
No, the Gorgon and the Hydra are the SSRs.
No, Dragonfly I think is an SR plus, right? Because you need 80 shards for the...
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, because I have a... let's see if I can pull it up here. Because I think I actually have, when they did all that stuff, units. I have a Dragonfly. Oh, no, Serpentfly. Serpentfly. Only 30 soul tokens for it.
Only 30?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because I think SR plus is 80, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that was a weird thing, too. That was the other thing I was afraid of, that they weren't going to have the 3, like, free low-level units. Oh wow, you still got shards for them?
Yeah, they gave them away, or they gave them like through something. I don't know if it was by accident or what. So I have two, and
Oh wow.
I have 2 serpentfly and 1 lizardman.
And the lizardman's a 30 also.
Yeah, lizardman's a 30 also. The lizardman looks like can do a lot of damage. Like it just has a bunch of just damage stacking buffs.
Huh.
I think somebody had like posted something about it a while back. Its skills and stuff, like it'll just starts doing extra damage the more debuffs the unit has.
Huh.
So
That'd be good to get another ranged unit for rosters too.
yeah, I think it'll be really good
in
PvE. Again, because it's a 9-man unit, I think you won't see it in PvP, but in PvE, I think it'll just be like wrecking face.
Yeah. That's one I found is like really hard to fill up when you're trying to do like a rampart roster, and then try to fill out your ranged roster at the same time. It's like there's not that many other ranged ones besides, after if you don't use the Wood Elf and the Pegasus, there's not a whole lot of other ones there. So
yeah, I got Silver Pegasus chucked in there, Marksman, Storm Elemental, Grand Elf, and then a Sea Medusa. I mean, you got Stronghold's got two good ones, but they're always in my Stronghold list.
Right. Yeah, that's just been the one roster that's been the hardest for me to fill up.
The Gremlins in PvE with Astral has just been doing some retarded damage for me.
Oh, I have to try them. I looked at that before, and I was thinking about doing it, and I never got around to it. I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I've been pretty surprised. There's a couple times in some PvE contents that Gremlin's just been like on top of the damage when I'm running Astral.
Huh.
So.
Well, another one I thought was really funny, I was looking up the Fortress stuff, is that, in the original Heroes 3 game, Fortress was like a defensive castle, and that was like their big thing, was having a high defense.
Mm-hmm.
But then with their units, they have 2 defense, but 3 offensive units.
Yeah.
Which I thought was just kind of weird that, the big defense town has 3 offensive units, which is, I think, more than any other faction. So
I just always cracks up the translation of the pretty cow.
Oh yeah. That'll be interesting to see what those do.
Oh.
Always good to get some more new stuff thrown in there and freshen it up a bit.
Yeah, I think they add some more like actual content to do.
Yeah.
I don't think Fortress is going to shake up the meta currently, but I could be wrong. I mean, Dragon Mutair actually created some options. So.
Yeah. But Mutair also goes with, like Green Dragon and some Rampart stuff or castle units that have already been built up. So that kind of, I don't know, I guess I'll have to see what Rampart or Fortress uses outside of Fortress only units to, because like you said, the roster's just not built up yet. So
yeah, and yeah, like I said, Dragon Terror is able to like ping off of Green Dragon obviously, and then even like Angel and Silver Pegasus and any of those flying units who already got built up can work really well with her.
Right. I think my dungeon is still at a purple +5.
What is mine at?
Although my Alternaut account got to orange 1 finally on that one, so.
Oh yeah, mine's at purple +5 as well. But all my units are like C's. I have not invested in them.
The only non-SSR that's not a 6-star is the Druid. She's still 5-star for me, so.
Yeah, she seems interesting. I don't think she'll be, really useful until, Jenny or Gem or whatever she's called comes out.
Yeah. I was thinking, she might, maybe be good in, I don't know, depending on how good her offense is, like maybe try and throw her in Dragon Invasion just to get that extra shield on her back line. But I don't know if she's going to be better than Pegasus to do that or not. But that was just kind of one use I was thinking for.
Yeah. I mean, with Pegasus, at least you get that shield to start. I don't know if that matters as much, but... Or are you doing the whole back line?
I'd do the whole back line, yeah.
Okay.
Because I usually throw like a stone. When does he trigger? Does he have to get a shield himself to trigger? Or does he just throw it up partway into the match?
Yeah, I think with Pegasus, it's just like one of those trigger, like, X number of attacks. It'll pop off. Unless you run the, which still happens, but then there's the Awaken ability that says you can pop it off at the start of the match. Or you can select the other Awaken ability, which says when he does or she does pop the shield off, it does it for the entire back line.
Yeah. Maybe I think of how I have my formation if I could get by with not doing the entire back line.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll work. Just, like if you're running, depending on what you're running, they have to be pretty close to her.
Right.
So, but since at the start it may work out, I guess.
Right. And she usually has it up before he casts his first blizzard anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, and if she's getting it off, before it matters, then having it start's not as worthwhile. It's more worthwhile. I think it gets like Soul Mirror matchups or Sandro matchups where that spell can go off before she could potentially get that shield up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here. The stream's been going on a little bit, but thanks everybody for listening here. And hopefully we'll be back doing this at another time.